Hello everyone, this is Fi. We're checking out the Prison Tower. This is a game I have played before, but it's been a while. There's been some development going on. We're going to give it another playtest, see if we can give some useful feedback. I'm going to skip reading the game page. I'm a little bit familiar with this one, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. There's some new... this whole opening menu here is new from, as my memory serves. Very peaceful music in the background here. I'm not sure how audible it is in the recording since I turned the volume down a little bit for the game audio here, but very peaceful, almost Minecraft-esque. We got mouse sensitivity. It looks like it's all the way at the bottom here. Interesting. Field of view as well as all the way at the bottom. That's kind of weird. I'm not sure. These might not even be functional at this point. Switch item on pickup. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Let's go ahead and click on start. Alright, select a character. Alright, I mean, this isn't a big deal, but the when I hover over the character, you can see it kind of highlights, but it's like still really dark. It looks a little weird. And I guess we... Oh, okay, so it's going to get brighter. Alright, when you actually click on it, it feels a little weird, but that's like such a tiny little detail. Sound effects are like a lot louder than the music currently. It might be a little too loud here. I might have to turn this down a bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn that down preemptively. You probably can't hear the music at all in this recording, but yeah, so it might be a little bit too loud. Alright, so I mean, I like it. This one's weird. So there's some pitch variation and such.
Oh, disgusting.
What? I'm confused, but okay. Alright, so I'm not gonna read all of these, but I like the little voice clips. There's some actual like words in there and stuff. I don't know like whose voices these are, but it's interesting. So let's look at the little stats. I don't remember this from before. Oh, it looks like we actually have items that we start with as well, so that's all new to me. So we start with, I don't know what this is like. It looks like a sack. We have 5 of them. I don't know what that's all about. Let me have the fists. I guess a bottle, but it looks like it has like a rolled up piece of paper or something next to it. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, it's just the number 1, isn't it? Okay, that could be made a little more obvious, I think. And then there's, I don't know if that's a scroll. It's a little weird to have like 0 of something. I don't. Are they? All right, so these icons are all the same for everyone. So that's why you get 0 of some of these. All right, so this guy looks pretty well balanced. This person, I guess they come with more bottles, but they have like much lower stats. What are these? Move speed, maximum stamina regen, attack speed, strength, and health. Alright, so attack speed and strength are going to work together naturally. Same obviously with maximum and stamina regeneration here. Health is kind of its own thing, I guess, or I guess in some sense your move speed kind of combines with the health, but I guess this guy is his strength is actually lower than you would expect looking at him, but he attacks quickly. Move speed. So he comes with some magic items. This person comes with 3, I believe, scrolls. I assume that there's not anything like... Oh. Insert swordsman lore. I assume there's not anything... Wait, it starts with a sword. Okay, so some of these icons do change, apparently.
Ugh, disgusting.
Alright, so I don't know if this is balanced at all. This guy seems strong because it looks like he has like a lot of stats. He has like high attack speed and health, and he also starts with a sword. So this seems really strong to me. I can't help but think the ones with like high stats, I mean, obviously you see high stats and you think they're going to be stronger than someone with low stats, but I'm not sure if the items are that powerful in this game or not. But let's go ahead and I guess we'll start with just the default sort of dude for now. Yeah, okay, the mouse is absolutely insane right now. So, this is also... Alright, mouse sensitivity goes up. Field of view is also, I think, way too low. Unfortunately... Hello. Oh, that's not good. Alright. Save, I have to click save. Right? Okay, that's why. Whoa, alright. Way too much. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, so this isn't fun to like... to spawn into this. Like my settings are all completely out of whack, so I have like no idea what's going on. Oh shoot. And yeah, like I understand this, you know, it's kind of, I don't know, customary to have like a switch to save the settings or like hit cancel or whatever, but it just feels natural to me to like go in and change this and then like just resume again rather than have to go down and click this button for whatever reason. That doesn't feel like something I want to do. But yeah, it's wow, okay. It's definitely not ideal to throw a new player into this sort of, oh my gosh, this sort of situation where you're just surrounded by enemies the moment you start the game, because not only can I not simply set my settings, but I can't get used to the controls in general, and just like the different things I have. Like I need a space to actually get used to things, to learn things, to experiment with the different buttons, that kind of thing. So that would make a huge difference, because right now this feels completely ridiculous. I guess I have some kind of goo effect. It would be nice if you showed on screen somewhere like what kind of status effect you have, maybe. I'm I don't know what button, E. So there's just so many guys. I'm really not invested in trying to kill these guys properly, because I just wanted to like set my settings, you know. And like, I guess I can't pick up the key maybe because I already have one. I don't know why there's more than one. If I can't pick up more than one, I don't know how that works. But in any case, yeah, it really doesn't feel good to not have a safe space in the very, very, very beginning here, where I can start to deal with things here. Yeah, so all that said, one of the things that stands out to me the most is the lack of exclusive full screen options. So what that means, also like a VSync on and off. What that means is that I'm forced to play with VSync, which means that the controls are kind of terrible in terms of the input latency. It's very, very noticeable. It feels really bad. I'm used to playing FPS games with like as low latency as possible, you know, for your aiming and everything. It also feels like it might actually be smooth or something. That could just be the latency, but I don't know if you like added some kind of smoothing or something. It just doesn't feel good at all, to be honest. The good thing is that for the most part I'm doing melee, so it's like, it's not like I'm hitting headshots, you know, so that helps a lot, but it still doesn't feel very good. I don't know if that was like a crit or something. I don't know what that was. Is there... So your view distance is pretty short. Makes it feel very claustrophobic. I don't know why we still have this peaceful music, like as if that fits what's going on inside the dungeon here. This dark underground dungeon. I guess there's a torch here or something. Wait, what was that? See, like little glowing bits. What is that little thing right there? Is there supposed to be a like a torch here or something? Interesting. So I guess you can punch the wall, which is wow. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So for the most part, I haven't had to like aim very much because it's just sort of melee. You just kind of throw it in the direction that the enemy is in. But I guess if there's like a wall in the way, you can accidentally hit the wall if you don't aim right. So that's it's a little weird because like you're going from not needing to aim very much to suddenly like needing to aim accurately, and it feels like it feels inconsistent to me that the game kind of does that. Like if you're gonna be forgiving with the aim, I think you should do that consistently. You know, you shouldn't like all of a sudden in certain situations make it so that different things happen. Now I'm kind of assuming that's how it was working because it's just how it seemed. It also seems like I can punch the wall like this. I don't know, but it didn't seem to be hurting the enemy when I was doing that before. I don't know, can I like test this out more? Holy crap, that guy like got really fast all of a sudden. So I think we have like, oh. One thing, it seems like we have a lot more stamina than before. It also, apparently we don't lose any stamina going backwards or sideways. It's only when you go forwards. So that's really interesting. I did notice that you have this kind of, this sort of field of view effect where it sort of zooms, sort of this dolly effect when you run that makes it seem faster. Makes sense, but like when you like sprint sideways and the screen kind of stretches out like that, it doesn't seem right because you're not going forward. So it's like you're not really getting the proper speed effect. I guess if you're going backwards, it sort of makes sense. But sideways, it's just awkward to see the screen stretch out like that because you're not moving in that direction. Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't felt like I've actually played the game very much here. I've just been sort of talking about things, randomly punching at guys. It does feel more forgiving than before, which I think is good, especially for the start of the game, you know. I don't remember, like my memory is pretty bad, so I don't like remember a lot about exactly everything, how it unfolded before, but I believe we had a, oh, that actually opens up, don't you? Is it right click or is it E? I guess it's E to pick stuff up. I believe we had a mini map in the previous version because I'm kind of hurting for that because I don't know where to go, and looks like we have a menu here. I think this is also new. Oh, required strength. Coral vial. So this suggests that it's full, but it doesn't look full. I thought it was empty. I guess it is sort of full. I don't remember what the buttons are, so I guess you left click, it throws it, and if you right click, it drinks it, something like that. Okay, no. Well, I got potion of strength, so that's good. So apparently I had it backwards. I don't know. I'm assuming right click is throw. It's not here anymore, so I don't think it mentioned in the description like what the controls were or something. That might be a good place to put that. You gotta put those somewhere, right? You don't want to. You can't like put it. You can't put like a game on Steam and then put the controls in like the Steam page description, right? So you have to put it in the game somewhere. Hello. All right, I'm kind of. I guess they can dodge too. It looks like there's like a little flashy effect. I don't think I was parsing what that was at first, but it was a little hard to tell like if I was missing or not, but I guess it was like maybe he was dodging. Oh my gosh. Oops, that's not so good. How am I gonna beat a... I guess it's pretty low health though. I'm not sure. Apparently it was the rat that killed me. So that was a little weird because it didn't look like anything attacked me. Like obviously I was taking a lot of damage, but I mean just the final hit there, it didn't actually look like anything to me. So maybe just some of the what do we call them? The telegraph animations could be juiced up a little bit or something there. I don't know if we should try someone else here. So that person comes with potions. There's the super buff guy. What is... Is this like... Maybe this is like your storage space? That would make sense, I guess. It's confusing the way that this is kind of laid out, because you don't... Like if I see 5 things, I kind of expect there to be 5 slots. But I guess maybe that's what the idea is. Yeah, I guess that's what the idea is. And I guess I remember from playing before that you can actually expand that. Your storage slots there. I don't have anything else now, but I guess I can... Okay, so I have to spam click the button, I'm noticing. So with this guy where you can attack kind of fast, I don't want to like sit here and click as fast as I can, you know. I'd rather be able to just hold down the mouse button. Yeah, it doesn't feel good to spam the button like that. Also, the like super zoomy dolly effect, it kind of makes it a little harder to to track everything. There's so many enemies and so much motion going on at the same time. Like once I start slapping that button, the screen is zooming in and out so much. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't. It looks absolutely ridiculous on the screen. I just I don't know what's happening. I guess the rats dodge a lot. Wow, okay, I guess I was getting body blocked by a skeleton. I was trying to walk to the left and it just wasn't moving. The heck? And yeah, there are some times I'm like, why isn't that hitting anything? Why isn't it hitting the mouse or whatever? Sometimes they dodge, but I don't know. Wait. Oh, does the key just automatically have its own spot in the inventory? I think that's maybe how it works. So suddenly I have 3 things up there, so it's a little weird. So I don't have enough room for that. I've got this. I guess it's potion of poison. So it's a good thing I didn't drink that, obviously. Oh, of cure. So I just lucked out. Apparently the cure. Oh my gosh! Now I'm on fire. Never mind. Not so lucky. Okay. That was a little weird. So was not expecting that. So yeah, it's cute how the cure potion sets the zombie on fire. But the fact that I got set on fire, like I understand what you're doing there, but also like I didn't feel like I was very close to the zombie when I got set on fire. Like it'd make more sense if I was like really you know, like clipping through him or whatever, and you know, like actually really close to him and sort of gliding with him, that it would set me on fire. I guess that sort of makes sense. Or if he attacked me or whatever, but it seemed like he just kind of got a little close to me and then it set me on fire. It was a little weird, but it's just the way that's how it felt to me, that one instance there. Oh gosh. I feel like this should be breaking open. I don't really quite understand that. Maybe if I have a different weapon or something, I don't know. I gotta itch my nose here. punch, everything. Wow, that was a big hit stop there. Gosh, this feels really trippy. It feels like there's just a lot of latency though. So there's, in addition to the VSync, which just inherently adds latency to the controls, there's a lot of inertia on your movement. So what that means is that like when I press the direction that I want to go in, I have to wait a moment for it to start moving. And that, even though you have like so much speed, like there's a ton of movement speed. You can zoom around, which is cool. You can't change direction very quickly, and that really drags things down like a lot in terms of just the whole action element of the gameplay. It just takes the responsiveness away from you. So I would highly recommend considering trying out some tweaks to the gosh, that is so powerful, that slime effect. It makes you mega slow. Yeah, I'd recommend tweaking the inertia on the movement there, because holy moly, is it like if I change direction like this, oh my gosh, it takes so long to start moving again. Yeah, it feels it also makes me feel like a lot more inaccurate, because like I'm trying to do like a quick movement, like move and then hit the button to attack, but it doesn't move when I expect it to. It's like delayed, so it makes me feel like I'm less accurate just even hitting with a simple melee attack. Can I just eat this? I guess there's a hunger thing. So presumably that's 311 seconds. Presumably this is just like other games where you just have to keep that up, or else, you know, start taking damage or whatever. What else is here, by the way? Looks like we have actual numbers. ETS 0.1, 1.4 plus negative 1.3. I don't really know. Attacks per second, I guess. Or attack speed. It's obviously not per second, attacks per second, because that would make sense. But attack speed, I guess it's maybe what that means. Yeah, it's a little weird, but that's okay. Base damage is 1. Strength is 2, so I'm assuming damage modifier is 0. Or this is talking about the fists right here. So it'd be nice to have, or maybe this number will represent the weapons that you have equipped. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but I guess there's not a lot of health regen stuff. In my opinion, it would be nice to have more of that kind of stuff just in the beginning of the game. You know, it sort of makes sense just from a general balance standpoint and how you manage the difficulty curve and that kind of thing, especially for just newer players who just like learning the combat and stuff like this. Certainly it helps with playtesting, because I'm not going to be playing the game that long to get like, you know, develop a high level of skill or whatever. So oh, my stamina. Oh no, that's the first time I think I actually ran out of it. Which is cool, because I think before I was like constantly running out of it, and it's like, this is sort of lame. Whereas this, with this playtest, it feels like you get, well, I am using higher, I guess it depends on the stats, but generally it's felt like it's been in more of a place where, as long as I just don't use it constantly, I can pretty much use it as much as I need to, and it just sort of stays out of the way. I think that's a really good place to be. But it looks like if I maybe tried this guy, I might not think the same based on what this looks like for his stats here.
Oh, disgusting. Oh, disgusting.
I guess I'll try this guy. Why not? Let's try different ones. Alright, we got, oh my gosh, vial, black vial, white scroll, brown scroll. We have 4 of them, or is that 5 teal scrolls? So I can throw it, but I don't want to. Alright, I can cancel it. So I think that was new. I might have even requested that you could cancel that. I don't know what that is. Scroll of recharge. No staves to use it on. Alright, so I just wasted that one. Alright, I'm out of stamina. Wait, alright, that guy's killing people for me. That's nice. Potion of strength, though, that's not great. Didn't I have to? Oh, okay, so that's not the number of things that you have. So what's going on with the top left inventory? Because the middle one doesn't have a number in the corner. Okay, I can understand it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of thing. Like I can hit the buttons, I guess. The number keys to get those, but one of the numbers is missing, so that threw me off. Magic map. What did that do? What the heck? I thought I was like out of the way of the mouse here. Wait, what the heck? Why did he hit like over there? Like I wasn't even there where the effect was. I don't know. It's a little weird. The rat's attack. It seems like he moves like really far during his attack. So it's easy to feel like you're at a safe distance, and apparently you're not. It's a little hard to pick stuff up off the ground. I mean, the input lag is probably part of that, but yeah, I don't know. I'd rather reduce the input lag before thinking about whether things like that need to be changed. But yeah, so let's go ahead, and I feel like I don't care to play this character that I have to fiddle with these scrolls and stuff constantly instead of just fighting the enemies. It just feels like the game is sort of, I mean, I don't know, but I can't make that many comments about the balance or anything, but I guess maybe for particularly being a newer player, it just feels like there's a lot more of just punching enemies going on than like fiddling with these scrolls and stuff. So but yeah, so this, the thing that's confusing is that like this looks like your inventory slots, and then it has the numbers that are kind of the same as what appears up here. It's all a little bit misleading, sort of the way that this kind of mirrors that, but it doesn't actually represent the same thing. Like this is the actual number of slots that you have, and then like some of these just have 0 and stuff. Also, like,
Oh, disgusting.
like this guy has a 2 next to his staves, but I think when you get in the game and you have your little inventory up here, I think it's going to be in 2 different slots rather than the number being the number of things you have on that slot. It's going to be the number that you're supposed to press on the keyboard. So it's like you're making it kind of look the same, but they're describing completely different things, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try choosing this guy. And yeah, so I can see I have two stabs in different slots. So there's the number 2 is actually just the button I'm supposed to press. So that makes sense the way I described that. But I think we just magic missile staff. So the staffs seem really powerful because you can use them more than once, right? Well, I guess scrolls are meant to be kind of really, I don't know, like broad, far-reaching effects or something. But boy, is that slow though! Holy cow! Like the enemies. Wait, what's going on? Magic missile staff. Why are they getting bubbles? Okay, so that made a bubble, and I don't know what the bubble is.
Ugh.
Why does he have a bubble? I don't get it. Wait, did
Ugh.
I equipped the reflect staff?
Ugh.
Ah, that's why. Okay. I thought I had the magic missile staff equipped. Okay, so I don't know, maybe you can actually make it a little more obvious, like which thing in the top left here is actually equipped. That might help. But yeah, so like you have these staves and they're like ultra slow. In addition to the fact that you have to sort of like the projectile itself is super slow. So it kind of feels bad because the enemies and everything are tuned to be like hyper mobile. So to like sit there and have to wait so long for the thing to come out is already kind of frustrating. But then the fact that you have to like somehow like lead the shot to hit these like really erratic moving enemies because it just flies so slowly. I don't know, maybe that would be something to use against enemies that don't notice you yet or something. I guess that would make sense, but it didn't feel very good to try and use those in the thick of combat. I guess maybe that wasn't the original intention, but it kind of seems like if you have, you know, an offensive projectile, I mean, it's basically a weapon, so it kind of is intuitive to try and just use that if enemies are attacking you, you know. I don't know. That's how it felt to me, but let's go back to some traditional sort of melee attack sort of things here. So we got some cheese. The sounds. So we got a green vial. I guess that was cure. Yeah, so I don't know where to go. That's the thing, because there's no map. For goodness sake. Sword's about to break. Oh my gosh. I forgot that there's durability on the items, and I did not expect it to break that quickly. That was almost useless. I killed like one or two, like 2 enemies. I mean, it's supposed to be like the whole shtick of this character, right? Is that you get to start with a sword, which is like, okay, I get to kill things faster, but like only 2 enemies. Like I kill a rat, it was a big deal, you know. I don't know why these are like the dead slimes or something. It looks weird. Why did he notice me though? That's kind of weird. You would think if I'm walking slowly up to an enemy that's turned faced away from me that he wouldn't like hear me or notice me or whatever. Yeah, that slime effect really is powerful. It just makes all the dudes kind of have free reign over you. So, I mean, it kind of turned, but I don't know. I like the bowling pin effect. That's funny. All right. Yeah, I don't know. We got a pink scroll. I guess I can do whatever this does. Oh my god. What the freaking heck? Well, that's not something I hoped for. I don't know where to go. That's the thing. Like, I could just run away. In theory. Probably. Wait, can I just cheese him over this? Do I reach further than he does? Would you care for some ping pong? Whoa. Gosh, the way he launches forward when he attacks, though, it's like really unexpected. I feel like I just have to like move out of the way, but like I move and then he like zooms up to where I am. So I guess I don't know. Maybe the idea behind the combat is that you're kind of supposed to move laterally, sideways, to dodge things more. Like I'm kind of getting that impression that maybe the developer's idea was like while this was being put together was that you were supposed to move sideways, because like moving backwards feels really bad because it seems intuitive to me at least. Like all right, the guy's about to attack. I move back, so I'm out of range. I mean, that's even like even in actual sword combat and stuff. That's kind of a normal thing. Like, if you don't want to get hit, you just kind of back up um, to keep the enemy, and stay out of the enemy's range. That's like the most normal thing in the world. But I feel like the way that the enemies were designed, they seem to have this like super lunge forward, so it kind of just negates what you're doing there. It's maybe a little counterintuitive, in my opinion, and
Oh.
okay. So the other thing I was going to say is it's also problematic because the way that you can kind of be surrounded by different enemies. So if I want to, like, if I have an enemy directly in front of me, obviously I can, and I'm facing him, I can just move to the side, right? And if I have an enemy that's like directly to my left, then it's going to be a lot harder for me to sidestep his attack, at least intentionally, right? Because I'm not really like facing him. And then if I have like enemies at multiple different places around me, then obviously if I try to sidestep one, I might not be sidestepping the other. I might be like, just moving out of moving further away from them. But if they all have this sort of element where they sort of dash forward like that, once you have enemies surrounding you, you kind of lose that ability to sidestep effectively. So that would be something I
What the?
I think maybe should be
What the?
considered there. We got red staff, science staff, purple skull. Did I try this guy before? I don't really remember. Can I just throw this? I can throw it. Staff of teleport, so I can teleport other guys apparently. Staff of poison. Purple scroll. Wait, why does that say 6? Alright, so I guess there's a number on the bottom left that's the number you're supposed to press, and then the number on the bottom right is like the number of things that you have or something. Like, I guess this is empty. I guess it's the number of uses on. So for some reason it still does the animation before it tells you that there's no charges. I guess I got hit by something. Maybe it was one of the skeleton's projectiles there. So it felt like I kind of randomly took damage. I don't know why. Oh, okay. Never mind. I did not know you could do that. So that kind of sucks. Why? Sometimes I kind of, I don't know, it feels like I'm like sliding around or something. I don't know if there's some weird collisions with the stuff on the ground. I don't know. Alright. So he has a lot of... Oh, he has a high move speed too. I think it's the same move speed as these two, roughly. Or maybe it's identical. But he has a lot of slots here, which is interesting, I guess. I'm gonna go back to default man, I guess. Alright, let's see if I can actually get a little further. It's a bit daunting not having a map because I just don't feel like I have any sense of direction or anything at all. It's just sort of... Ow. What? How did that... It seems like whenever things hit me, they're like 5 meters away from me. It like looks like the hit effects and stuff are like over there, and I don't know why I'm getting hit. Alright, we've got zombies. So yeah, between the fact that there's no map and the fact that I can't see very far, makes it doubly difficult to navigate. Is this where I came from? I have no idea. Not to mention, like, the rooms all just kind of look the same, so that doesn't help. And if you're in the middle of the room, then every room's gonna look the same because all you see is black in every direction. So I don't know. Alright, so there's a door here. I need 2 keys. Is there stuff in here? I don't know if I should look around these little pillars and stuff. But that's the way up. Thank you for dying. Wait a minute. There's not actually collision here, right? I guess the movement just feels weird because of all the inertia and stuff. It's pretty funky. Alright, I need to not go that way. There's a door over here. That's the other thing, like I can't even see where the doors are. Like I can't walk into a room and say, okay, there's a door over there, there's a door over there. Those are 2 different options that I can go to. I have to like run around the sides of the room to figure out if there's even doors in here, you know, because the view distance is so short. It's a bit bothersome. There's Mr. Zombie. Here's another door. Because I can kind of see the blue slime through the darkness there, and this guy I can see him for some reason. I don't know. Slightly red looking. I don't know why it's like... Oh, that did break open. Okay. Alright, I guess there is like some kind of weird light effect on enemies so you can see them a little further than your view distance or whatever. Oh, alright, so apparently I had to keep moving. Wait, what? Alright, yeah, see, enemies that throw projectiles like that are particularly problematic because what they can do... So, like, if I'm fighting a guy that's just, like, directly in front of me, and there's some guy, like, behind him that's throwing projectiles, like, I can't even see the guy that's throwing the projectiles, right? So I'm trying to fight this guy in front of me, and I'm just getting hit by stuff I didn't even know was there kind of thing. I didn't know it was coming. So, I don't know, it's not necessarily easy to deal with from a design perspective, but yeah, I guess this guy set me on fire. What the heck? Wow. How did he even hit me? That was like I was sprinting. Interesting. The heck is that? What the heck? Not only did that snake die really fast, but I did not see him coming. Yeah, so I'm noticing like if you're fighting one-on-one, it's kind of easier to deal with the way the enemy's attacks are and stuff and dodging them and stuff, but once there's like multiple enemies, it does get a lot more difficult to just consistently avoid damage. There's a lot of times where I feel like I should be hitting the darn rats and it just doesn't. I guess they're super dodgy, but I can't tell if it's from them dodging or from me being out of range. Like, it's really ambiguous, especially because it's like everything's happening so fast. I can't see the little details. boy, these enemies have some like super fast attacks and like these little kicks and stuff that they throw in, and they just kind of come out of nowhere. It seems like. Not sure that they're necessarily telegraphed very well here. Right. Potion of vitality. Okay. Potion of strength. So I made him stronger. I don't know what to do when I'm poisoned. I just like sit here and hope that it runs out. Now I'm very close to death. Wow, what is with the wizard guys? You're trying to like run at, obviously they're worse up close, but you're trying to run at them, and then like all of a sudden they whip out their little staff thing, and it just comes out so fast, and it just smashes into you. It definitely seems like you could tweak some of the timings and stuff here a little bit. Another thing I noticed is, in particular like the big guy with the club attacking you, he has like this really big wind up, this big telegraph, right? He lifts up his club. You are annoying. He lifts up his club, and then he like, he waits a bit, and then he swings at you. Like all that makes sense, but there's this moment like when you do this kind of thing where you have this big telegraph attack. There's a moment where the guy kind of locks in his aim, right? So for instance, if I was like circle strafing around him or whatever, at some point during that telegraph, he's going to lock in his aim, and then that's going to be where he throws the attack. And I feel like it's a little bit too late that he's deciding upon that, because what I was noticing is that like he would do this big telegraph, and I would be like, whoa, and I'd jump out of the way, and then like he'd attack, but he would hit me like in my new position instead of like attacking where I was, that kind of thing. Like it wasn't really what I expected. So I'm assuming that might be just a general might be a way that a lot of the enemies work, because you have this kind of this simplistic sort of dodging where you just kind of move and hit the sprint button. I don't know where I'm going. These controls, I don't, Potion of Vitality, okay. All right. Will that hit this? Oh, whoa, it blew up. Ugh. Gosh, the inertia is crazy. This guy also doesn't flinch, I'm noticing. I guess flinching isn't necessarily a thing. I don't know if that's even a thing in this game, but I was kind of noticing like sometimes I'd run up and punch him, and he'd kind of move back, and my brain is like wondering like, is he reacting to me punching him, or is he winding up his attack? Apparently it was the latter. So we got some stuff. Throwing the... You just need to be punched until you're gone. Throwing the vials and other things, to me it's more intuitive to hold the right mouse button and then click with the left to throw it. To me that feels intuitive, holding right and then like letting go, but only after like holding it for a while. I didn't even read what that said actually. So I missed what that said because I was talking and stuff, so like I have no idea what I found that out to be, but that's okay. That doesn't feel intuitive to me, so I would prefer just to my tastes, I guess. Like I said, hold right mouse button and click left mouse button to throw, or just let go of right mouse button to stop the throw. in my opinion, that worked a lot better. And also, I think you should be able to throw it before. You should be able to throw it like right away, like even if it's just a short throw, because you have this effect where the arc kind of grows. It doesn't really make much sense to show that happening, I think, if you can't even throw it like a shorter distance. You can only throw it when it's at like the full distance. I mean, it's fine, but I think it would be better if you could just like, you could throw it immediately. So like with the control scheme I suggested, that would be very easy to do. Oh, that's actually, that's not even a, it's random junk. That's actually a thing I can use. All right, there's a I forgot about the hunger. Okay, so yeah, I'm just wandering randomly because again, I have no idea where I am. Can I fit in there? That's really weird level design. I mean, I know this is randomly generated, but it's just weird to have a little gap where it like sort of looks like you can maybe fit in there, but you can't actually. Can I get food somewhere? Bonus. Ugh. What is the point of these weapons? They just break instantly. For goodness sake. Can't even hit the damn thing. Alright, that's not working. Okay, this is not helpful. Oh, I do have one key, I guess. I can't actually equip the key, I just have to walk up to it and press the button. Can you fit in there? Can I fit in there? Apparently I can fit in there. I think this is, well, I don't know if any of these monsters will drop food. Apart from the fact that I've just been wandering randomly and probably going back and forth over and over again. There doesn't seem to be a lot of food. So that's not great. Let's try this guy again real quick. So, gosh, that's really not just annoying, but it's just, it seems really powerful because you can't avoid the attacks anymore once you're gooed up. So you're just going to take a ton of damage, especially if there's just a lot of enemies, if there just so happens to be a zillion enemies. Okay, good sound effects. See, that was, I was really spinning around him, but I still got hit by that, so I don't know. Oh, that was, I did not notice that he was wanting to attack that time. To fight each other, I guess. I like that. What the heck just hit me? What was that? He was like away from me. I don't know why. I don't know. It's a little hard to read some of this stuff going on here. All right. Hello. And things I can't pick up. Oh, well, apparently if you left click even while holding right click, I think I clicked it like a few times. Like I was holding right click down, right mouse button down, but then I clicked left click multiple times and apparently just drank it. Which is a little weird because that's supposed to be the button you press to cancel your throw. So it was kind of weird the way that worked. Wait, oh, I'm too dumb to read. Interesting, I did not know that was a thing. What is going on? I can't even pick up the darn key. Gosh. Alright, yeah, so that input latency is rough. But yeah, I'm not going to play this too much longer. I feel like I've goofed about with enough things at this point. It is definitely harder without a map to actually progress. I remember earlier version I played at least got to like level 2 or 3 or whatever, you know, so could at least pass some of the levels, but it's just so hard to navigate. I don't remember, the keys get dropped by enemies? Is that how it works? I haven't really been thinking about it that much. I think that's correct though. So I guess you're kind of forced to deal with enemies, which is a little weird if you think about it, because kind of get the impression that like avoiding some enemies is a good idea. Like don't unnecessarily engage in combat. Like that seems like a reasonable thing to do in a game like this. But if it's the case that you can only get the keys by killing enemies and you don't know like which enemy has the key, then that's sort of like, okay, now the game expects you to just fight every guy you encounter, so it's a little bit backwards. So I think I was colliding a little bit with this thing. Yeah, that's not great. I don't think you want to do this kind of thing. There's random junk lying around in the level that makes it so you can't move while you're trying to fight all these spastic enemies. It's probably not the best thing. That's ridiculous. Alright. Oh boy. Oh, these controls, my gosh. Why you can't even hit him with the punch? You just needed one hit. Randomly getting mushrooms. Yeah, so where do I go from here? I don't know which way is backwards or forwards or whatever. Alright, there's the key. Yeah, so it definitely seems to be the case. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that with the current design, you're just expected to kill everything. At least until you find the keys, and then if there's any enemies left, then you could avoid the rest. But yeah, so I also don't really remember. I think it was a different playthrough that I actually had one of the keys and put it in the door. That might be something you might want to indicate in the UI somewhere, if there's like a progression element. It's really hard to say like how long. Wait, there's another key right there. Okay. It's really hard to say how long a player might be in one level, you know, in a playthrough. Like, who knows what kind of crap they can get into. So you have this progression element where you're supposed to find 2 keys and put them both in a door. I think you'd want to indicate that progression somewhere so that the player can keep track of that. Oh, that crap bounces around. I don't think that... No, that's not the... Projectiles. Ow, holy crap. I don't know where to go. My stamina. Oh. Alright, slimes are really dangerous. The slime is gonna screw me if it hits me, oh my gosh. Holy crap. Where do I go? Oh, you're blocking the door. Find more key. Whoa, this. All right, you don't just. You have to actually walk into the door. So I can imagine somebody actually dying after shoving the keys into the door there. I don't know why I was popping up like I was spamming the button. It said I had to find more keys or whatever. This is a little bit of a bug where it just didn't update quick enough or something. I don't know what that was, but Yeah, I think maybe like once you shove both the keys in there, maybe you should just like automatically proceed at that point. I don't know if there's a purpose to staying in the level anymore. I don't know, but at least, you know, you might want to consider stuff like the collision on the doors. If that door pushes you and that opens up, and then it like you're trying to get around the door to get in the up the staircase, and there's like an enemy there or something, that could really screw you. So at least I am on a different level for once. I can't pick that damn thing up. Why it doesn't even follow the arc? Did it hit the ceiling or something? I didn't read what it said again, but oh, hello. Oh, scroll of haste. Well, I'm fast, but apparently the other things are too. That's really weird. Why is everyone fast? I don't understand. Oh gosh, I'm like super stuck on that guy. So yeah, there's a lot of collisions with enemies as well when you're trying to maneuver. The enemies can just kind of body block you. I wonder if you might want to like tweak the pushing force a bit, and so you can kind of push some of these enemies out of the way a bit, because it does seem like there's a lot of situations where you can just you know, you're trying to move around because that's your only way of survival, and enemies can just kind of block you and you just kind of get stuck. I think it would be mitigated a bit by being able to push them around a bit more. But yeah, so obviously I've been playing a while now. I should probably wrap this up, but yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of new stuff. It all seems cool. I think it just, for me, the things that stick out the most are just all these little things that affect the combat and the movement and the controls and stuff like that. Obviously, the VSync and stuff is really messing me up, but also the inertia and the movement and everything. Lots of stuff that, you know, the different timing things of the enemies, the way they move and kind of dash about. Sometimes it's just things like how far their attacks reach, or maybe like just the size of the collisions or whatever on the enemy's attacks. Maybe they just, there's a lot of situations where it feels like maybe I'm getting hit when I don't expect to, and that's kind of a thing that I think is always something you want to get rid of. You know, making games, you always want it to feel like if you get hit and like it's really obviously the player's fault, that kind of thing, stuff like that. So that's all stuff that I would suggest focusing on, is all that kind of stuff. You know, it's you could always like add in more difficulty in other places if you make things more forgiving for the player, but you, in my opinion, you kind of have to keep making things more forgiving until they feel like they're in a place where, like I said, it's like at that point where if you do get hit, it really feels like, okay, I really screwed up and this is like obviously my fault and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would tweak all of that, experiment with that if you want to know what I think. Apart from that, I mean, obviously the different elements and stuff, it feels pretty cool and fun. I think if yeah, just starting with stuff like that, if the combat just feels a little bit more in control, then I can start to get into this more. But hopefully this is useful for you. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.